morning, everyone. My name is Abby Bliss White and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome, welcome. I am a bit of a foundation junkie and it's a new year, so we needed to try a new foundation. You guys, I picked up the new Forever Skin Glow 24-hour wear radiant perfection skin caring foundation with sunscreen. That is quite a mouthful. But anyways, I had some of you had asked if I am going to give this a try. And of course I was like, oh, I didn't even know that they had come out with one. So you guys, we're literally kind of doing a first impression. I will check in with you and we can see how it goes. Let me tell you a little bit about the foundation. So it is 1 fluid ounce and it is $52. It says that it is an iconic long wearing foundation now with a radiant finish. So you guys, I did try the Forever foundation, but that was not for me. Like everybody was raving about it, so of course I had to run out and get it. It made me look like an old hag. You know, I think the finish, I have, by the way, if you are new to my channel, I have more normal to dry, mature skin. And so that did not work for me. I was so bummed, but this one says that it is now a radiant finish for complexions that appear flawless and even with tightened pores. It's for anyone who wants medium to full coverage. Skincare. This skincare foundation remains flawless for 24 hours. So you guys, I never wear my foundation for 24 hours, so I'm not even going to do a full, I will do a full day test. It is about 8:30 in the morning today here, and I wanna see one more thing. I'm not finding the ingredient deck. So one thing is, someone taught me a little trick because you know my eyeballs cannot see the fine print here. So let me grab my phone, but I guess you just take a picture and then it blows it up for you. And I thought, you know what, that is brilliant because I, even with readers on, have trouble. So let me do that real quick. It's just so brilliant because then I can blow it up so my old eyeballs can see it. So one thing I do want to tell people is this does have silicone in it. It does have alcohol in it as the 4th ingredient, dimethicone. So I'm not quite sure where these skin loving benefits. Let's do a little investigation here. Hold on. The Sephora website, which by the way, you now can buy this foundation on there. Before you could only get it at, I ordered mine from Nordstrom. So it is saying, and that's what I'm still confused. I guess that the highlighted ingredient in here is Pansy Extract Hydration Booster that helps protect skin from drying, leaving it soothed and smoother looking and more radiant. So you guys, I don't know. I don't think this is like a total skin loving foundation. So since that is the case, you guys, whenever I am trying a foundation that doesn't have the best ingredients for me, it's not that I won't use it, but I will always put on a primer, and I love using the Tatcha Silk Canvas. And you guys, this one's just really lovely, but it gives me a little protective barrier between the foundation that I'm using and because this does not upset my skin. So I'm just taking a little pea size here and I am just going to put this all over my skin. Now again, you guys, with this primer, I feel like for me, it just gives me this little barrier. I don't know if it really makes your makeup stay on much better, but for me, I kind of use it because I know that it does not disrupt my sensitive skin. Whereas you guys, the the previous Dior foundation, it did not, my skin did not like it. But let's go ahead and give it a try because I have fallen in love with the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation. And then someone had asked, are you gonna try this new Forever Skin Glow? And I thought, well, since it's a glowy version, let's go ahead and give it a try. You guys already am a little bit worried. I bought this in 2.5 in, and you guys, that is described as, let's go ahead and find it. This is light to light medium skin and neutral tones. It looks a little bit, maybe it'll be fine. Let's just go ahead and try. So I'm gonna first pump it out here so you guys can see the color here. And then it's kind of just like a normal kind of liquidy foundation. And let's go ahead and put, maybe it's gonna be just fine. Okay, so I kind of do smell a little bit of that alcohol. Actually, it's not like bad, you guys. It just has like kind of a fragrance. It smells fresh and clean. Okay, you guys, I am just kind of starting with my fingertips. And you guys can see right off the bat, there's definitely a nice little glow, or hopefully you can see that. I am going to now go in, I can't decide between buffing brush or, I guess I'm using buffing brush with the rest that was on my hand here in bringing this down. Okay. So we'll take a peek here. So I think one thing I would say is I don't think there's a lot of skincare loving ingredients in here. But it doesn't mean that, you know, I'm just kind of, I think that's a little bit false marketing there. Okay, so let me see what I think so far. We might add just a little bit more through the cheek area as well. So that was a little bit less than a full pump. And I'm just gonna let you know, it feels, it actually does feel very hydrating, a little bit oily. I don't know if that's a good description. I do think it evened out my skin tone, and I don't think that that is a bad match. I think the only thing I was worried about was as it was staying on my hand, it was kind of getting a little bit orange, which you know how I feel about orange, not good. Okay, I'm gonna take just a teeny bit more. Oopsie, I took the wrong one. We don't want to be using this. Okay, I'm gonna take this guy. And then we can kind of also look at the different colors. So you guys, one of them, this is cashew, and then this is 2.5 neutral. So I just was kind of just going off. Okay, I'm just gonna dot a few more little things. So I guess I would tell you, I do kind of smell that alcohol upon application, not terrible. And you guys, that often, one of my favorite foundations ever is the Chanel Aqua, the little one in the bottle, Aqua Lumiere, which also contains alcohol. And you know, I have been told it's not as horrible of an ingredient as it gets deemed. But again, when I am doing things like this, you guys, throughout the years, it's all gonna be dependent on how this reacts with my skin. I have not, you know, that hasn't been a total issue for me. But if that is an issue for you, then I would definitely go ahead and skip that. I'm just gonna go through with the bottom under here and put a little bit underneath my eyes, and then we will take a look. Ooh, I did want to mention, you guys, I am trying to train myself to look in the lens. So if my eyes are darting in and out, please know I'm not trying to be flaky. I'm literally trying to talk to the lens, but I also need the viewfinder, so because it'll often kick off and I won't know that it's not filming anymore. So just know I am working on that because I really do want to have that connection with you guys, that I'm actually looking at you guys and not myself. So just know, if that is the case, I will get trained a little better. A little funny side note is that when I first started this, I thought I was supposed to be looking at the viewfinder. I didn't realize I was supposed to be looking at the lens. Okay, you guys, it is definitely feeling radiant. Can you see this on camera? I'm hoping you can see, to the point where for me, I almost feel like I want to powder it down, but I kind of feel like for today's purposes, we should let it just kind of be itself. What I'm going to do, that's about all I'm going to put on. I don't want to, I think you could build it up, but I often find that I'm always disappointed when I have, if I keep building it up, it's going to look terrible anyway. So remember, I've got that lovely mature skin, less is more. But I'm going to come up close in 2 seconds, and then I am going to go finish my face, put on a little bronzer, blush, lip, and then we will do a little check-in throughout the day. So let me just come up close so you can see what it looks like. And you guys, here we are on one side. I definitely feel like you can see the glow. And you guys, you know I like glowy, but I don't like greasy. So there's this other side here. And I will say it still feels very tacky. So what I'm going to do is just let this sink in just a little bit. I'm gonna go put on a few things. If I do decide that I need to powder, I'm gonna let you know, okay? So hold on 1 second. I'll be back with a few other items on my face. Okay, I am back with the rest of my face. You guys, I opted not to powder down because I thought, let's go ahead and show you what it looks like. What I did do is I used a cream bronzer. I used my Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel because it was still kind of tacky. I wasn't quite sure. Anyways, I used that. Then I did end up using a powder blush, and I used the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic in Pillow Talk, and then put on a quick little lip combo. I am using Charlotte Tilbury Very Victoria along with the Fenty Beauty Fussy Gloss, one of my favorites. Okay, so you guys, as it is sinking down, the only thing I'm going to tell you is it feels, what am I trying to say? It feels like it could wipe off. It does not feel set at all. So there's a part of me that does want to do powder, but what I thought I would do for the sake of letting you guys see how it's wearing, I thought I would keep it powder free for at least until I do my first check-in in probably 4 hours, so we can kind of see how it is wearing. And then if I decide at that point I really need to set it, I will let you know. Okay, so here we are. So it actually has a very, it is definitely glowy, but I don't know. I'm not, upon first impression, I'm not totally loving on it. I don't know exactly. I think it evened out my skin, but I just didn't feel like, I don't know, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not giving very good descriptions on this. Let's just do this. How about we wear it and then we can see. I think you know what it is I guess I don't feel like my skin's like, wow, it looks so great upon application. I do see some radiance, and I'm a little bit worried that it is going to be, oh, you know what this is feeling like? Okay, I did try the Clé de Peau radiant cushion, and what I would say about that is it came on, it had this kind of glow, but it felt kind of heavy on my skin. That actually is what this is feeling like. It is feeling, I'm feeling like I'm wearing makeup, whereas with like my Laura like with this one, I literally don't feel like I have anything on my skin. It kind of melds right into the skin like a second skin. Whereas on this one, I am feeling it on my skin. So this is what I would tell you right off the bat. But let's go ahead and wear this. I will check in a few different times and let you know, we can see what we think. You guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will check in on you in a little bit. Okay. Hey guys, I am popping in to do a little checkup. I have had this foundation on for about 4.5 hours, and I just wanted to touch base with you and give you a little update. So you guys, it did finally kind of melt into the skin a little bit, but I am really finding that it is emphasizing my pores over here. I am gonna try to like see how I can zoom in. Don't get too, darn it. Okay, you guys, sorry, I was trying to zoom it in and it was really scary. It was like 10 times, but then when I turn on the projector or to film, it won't stay. So anyways, I am hoping you can see. You can see there's definitely some glistening through here. But what I noticed when I was driving in the car, which is usually where you cannot really see what it looks like, just right through kind of this outer zone by my nose, you can see how this is looking kind of, I think it's looking greasy, not necessarily radiant, right through here. So to me, I usually don't even worry about pores. That's not one of my big concerns because of my dry skin. So it is just feeling, you know what guys, it's just feeling heavy on my skin. So I am so far not loving this. And I think from afar, let's go like this, sorry guys, but from afar, I think that, you know what, doesn't look too bad, kind of have a little glistening going on. But when you are coming up close, I just don't feel like it kind of gives me that, more healthy, perfected skin. I just feel like it's, I don't know. I am not loving it. So I'm going to do one more check-in at the end of the day so we could really see. Now, again, this could have been prevented by setting it, but I do kind of like to see how these kind of glowy foundations wear without it. And I think this is more of a feel thing for me, you guys. I just really don't, I'm feeling the heaviness of the makeup on my skin. And so to me, that is what is bothering me the most. Okay, I'll check back in one more time with our final conclusion. Okay, guys, this is my last check-in of the day. Here's the deal. It's not even... It is like 4:30, but I'm dying to wash my face. And so this guy, unfortunately, the DIOR Forever Skin Glow is gonna be a pass for me. I think I'm just realizing that there's a difference between wanting kind of the healthy glow and too much dewiness. So for some of you guys, you might like this. It is feeling dewy and meaning it feels heavy. So I think maybe I'm just learning something about myself as well, is that I just don't really like, I had the same experience with that Clé de Peau Radiant cushion. And it just, what it did is I feel like it really emphasized, if you guys can see this, I'm really hoping this picks up in the camera. I'm actually someone who doesn't really worry too much about my pores. That isn't one of my issues since I have dry skin. But I can actually, that's what I'm saying, is I can actually visibly see some of them, and I'm hoping that you can. I'm also getting this little telltale sign. This is what I wanted to show you. You guys, when my skin doesn't like things, I get little bumps on the side of my cheek. They're not real pronounced at the moment, probably because I have that layer of primer on, but my skin feels a little bit itchy. So this is just one, there we go, maybe you can see, can you see? Right there, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's glossy. So if you're into this glossy, dewy look, then you are going to like this DIOR Forever Skin Glow. This is gonna be a pass for me. I'm already packaging it up because I'm not even gonna keep it. That's what I'm saying. It's not, it's more about, it just feels on my skin. But if you are looking for a foundation that is kind of has I guess we should say it's a Lumiere radiance perfecting. I really do. I have to tell you guys, I absolutely love this Laura Mercier. And this guy, I feel like it doesn't feel like anything on the skin, but it isn't as dewy. So this is what I would say is, if you guys can see this right now, you know, this is not even a full, you know, this is from like 8:30 till 4:30 and I'm dying to wash my face. So I'm hoping it picks up on camera, you guys. It's just a little glossy. Now, yes, I did not powder down. You could powder down with this. And again, ultimately, you guys, it's really a feel thing. It feels a little heavy on my skin. So I'm gonna pass on this guy. I am still loving and keeping this guy. And just as a little teaser, I did make it out and I got a sample of the foundation from Clé de Peau. So we're gonna give that a try. Speaking of dewy, that this really feels reminiscent of that Clé de Peau Radiant Foundation Cushion. So maybe that's something for some of you guys if you are looking for that. This is going to be $52 versus that Clé de Peau cushion, which I think was $125. So anyways, that is my conclusion. I will be back with another foundation review because, you know, we have to keep the junkiness going. But I hope this was helpful and I will talk to you guys soon.